We now return to Viewer Q&A Part 2. Okay, who do we have here? Kevin from Buried on Mars. Well, well, well. Look who comes crawling back to ask a question. He's got a couple here, actually. The first one is, at any point during the 50 episode run, did you feel like quitting or taking a week off? If so, what kept you from stopping? Of course, I've never thought about quitting entirely, but I have thought about taking a week off, just from maybe being tired or not feeling that up to it, sitting in front of the camera and the editing that ensues thereafter. What kept me from stopping was I wouldn't want to see I was just imagining the faces of the pebbles, the sad faces of the pebbles out there that would miss the video. I feel like I have to, since I said I was going to do it, I feel like I have to do it, Kevin. So there you go. That's the answer for you there. And your second question is, how are you so much more awesomer at Ghostbusters than me? Well, Kevin, it's just when you have a big passion for something and it just overshadows somebody else's passion for something, you just manage to be more awesomer at it than them. So that's why I'm awesomer than you at Ghostbusters. Thank you for the question, Kevin, and keep on being a disease.
Kevin, you're such a disease.
Next question. Ooh, it's a video clip. We got a video clip from Ryan Gorman. It's Rocket Sauce. Roll that clip.
Hey JRock, on the NES, who's the better developer, Konami or Capcom?
Ooh, that's a tough one, Ryan. What a question. Capcom versus Konami. What that really comes down to on the NES, really, I think, is the Mega Man series versus Contra and Castlevania series. And you got Ninja Turtles in there too, under Ultra, for the first couple ones there. But yeah, I think to be honest, I didn't have Contra and Castlevania growing up, but I did play the crap out of the Mega Mans. And Capcom, sorry, I failed to mention the Capcom Disney games as well. DuckTales, DuckTales 2, TaleSpin, Rescue Rangers 1 and 2. Like, so that's what it comes down to, is Castlevania and Contra and Turtles versus Mega Man and all the ones that I just mentioned. So I'm going to go with Capcom, because Capcom had a bigger impact on me personally. But that was a really tough question, because I actually stood in front of my shelf for a while there and was like looking at the games and comparing them, and then I looked up a list, and yeah, Capcom kind of held more in my heart there. So tough question, Ryan, and I want to thank Ryan for getting over maybe some camera shyness. He said it was one of his fears, was being on camera. So thank you for shooting a question for this. That's much appreciated. You rock, Ryan. Rocket Sauce. Okay, now we have a question from Joe from the Start to Continue podcast, which I mentioned earlier. Angry Canadian Decepticon. He asked, regardless of system, what would be 3 games you would take to a desert island? And I'm glad there wasn't too many of these like list type questions, because I didn't want it to get into a huge episode like that, because that's an episode in itself. So 3 desert island games. Let's try to make this quick. I decided, like I mentioned earlier, Diablo 2. Diablo 2 is like pretty much endless. You can play forever, upgrading your equipment and playing higher difficulties, and it's just like near endless. Sorry, I got an itch there. And then I picked Skyrim, because Skyrim is a huge open world that you could just do so much in and explore, and you could just get lost in it. So I would pick Skyrim because it's near endless. You can play that forever. Yeah. And then I was torn. I wanted to pick maybe Final Fantasy VII for my third, but I didn't. It was tough, but I chose Grand Theft Auto and I chose San Andreas because I spent so much time on that. It's iconic game. It was so successful at the time and still holds a big spot in my heart as just an awesome game. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, because you could just frig around and do all sorts of crazy stuff. And to be honest, I haven't played through Grand Theft Auto 5 fully, even though I have it sitting there waiting in my backlog. But maybe if I played that, that would be my choice. But Grand Theft Auto game would be fun in there, so I decided on San Andreas. But tough question, Joe, and thanks for watching, pal. You rock, and your podcast rocks. I tune in. Even when I don't tell you I do, I do. Okay, we got a question from Justin Smith. Justin Smith was on an episode a few episodes ago. We did a little bit of a pickup session, and he asks, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, Justin, it's the same thing I would do for a bagool. A little bit of an inside joke there for you that not everyone's going to get. Bagool. B-A-G-U-U-L. Super Bagools and Ghost. Oh, here's a thick one. Chris Roberts, a thick one. Oh, that's what she said. He has 3 questions. The first one is, what are your goals for your YouTube channel? And my goals for YouTube have actually been, kind of going all right already. Just meeting people and talking with people all over the world and making friends all over the world. That's awesome. And maybe a goal for my YouTube channel would be if somehow I could turn it into making money and focus on that full time and not have to work. That would be awesome. I haven't monetized yet. I don't know the legalities of stuff. I use the Stones intro at the start of these, so I don't know if I monetize my channel, if that will become an issue, and maybe I'll get like dinged or something. So I'm a little wary to do any of that, but I would surely like to make some money and a living off of doing this full time and doing more videos and talking to people because it's fun. That would be a goal. I don't want to be a millionaire. I would like to make a living off it. Like, I don't have delusions of grandeur of being all famous and a billionaire, but if I could make a living off it, for sure. Second question is if you could be one of the members of KISS, which one would you be? Ooh, hold on a second. Yeah, never mind. It's in another room. I was going to grab my Paul Stanley mask. I have a Paul Stanley mask. I would be Paul Stanley because I think he's truly the songwriting force behind KISS, of their good songs and stuff. And yeah, he plays the rhythm guitar and sings, and that's what I would do if I was in KISS, because that's what I like to do. I play rhythm guitar most strongly than lead guitar. My leads aren't that strong. I'm not like a shredder, but I would hold my own as a Paul Stanley and singing. I like singing, so that's what he does. So that's the answer to your second question here, Chris Roberts, is I would be Paul Stanley. And his third question is, what's your favorite chip? Now, I already answered this question in a tag video I did a while back, so I can save myself my breath and just run that clip right now from that episode. Well, my favorite kind of chip, actually, is Bill Murray as a clown in Quick Change.
What's your name, son? What shall I call you?
Well, I always like the name Chip. Would you call me Chip?
Okay. What was that shooting just now, Chip?
Oh, wait! Call me Skip.
Okay. Skip.
So there you have it, Chris. That's my favorite chip. Thanks for the question. Chris Roberts is from the NARC podcast. They're on a bit of a hiatus, but go on by, check them out, narcpodcast.podomatic.com, I believe, and check out their backlog. They'll be back, and they're one of my favorite podcasts, to be honest. I listen to a lot, and they're one of the best. North American Retro Collective is what it stands for, NARC Podcast. Next question. Ooh, it's a video clip. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And it's from the QDawgs.
Hi JRock, QDawgs here. Congratulations on your 50th episode.
Yay!
We've got some questions for you.
Okay, so after you complete your NES collection, what game system are you going to collect for to completion? And have you ever thought about adding your wife to your videos?
Okay. And I'd like to know if you think you'll be doing this in another 10 years, and if you've ever given any thought to what you'd do with your collection if and when you ever decide that you're done collecting.
Ooh. Okay.
So, congratulations again.
And keep on rocking them games.
Ooh, that's a lot of questions there, so let's see if we can fire through it there. First question was what's next to complete after NES, and let me clarify, I don't know if I'm going to go for complete NES. It sounds a little crazy. Some of the games, like Dinosaur's Peak and everything, I don't know if I'm going to be shelling out up to $1,000 for a Nintendo cartridge when my wife and I are saving for a house. As far as completing the collection of NES, I've been kind of maybe thinking of going the repro route for some of those games. Not to trick anybody, I'm okay with repro labels for that, but just to fill that spot maybe and in the collection and have like a physical copy to put in my Nintendo. But I really don't see myself spending $1,000 or more for like stadium events or anything. So yeah, just to clarify on the completing that. But if I was to complete anything else, I think it would probably be N64, because that seems somewhat attainable. There's a smaller number of them than a lot of other systems, and a lot of them are sports, so you can get them kind of cheap. So yeah, that's the one thing, is there's not that many games on the N64 to collect for. But yeah, N64 I can see being foreseeable. As for your second question, have I ever thought about adding the wife to the show? And that is yes. We actually had a thing we were going to do. We had a project planned, and it actually got lost on my last computer about a year or so ago, and just, yeah, never got to finish that project. And we just haven't really had the time or energy to do another project, especially with my schedule right now. That's going to be changing hopefully shortly. But yeah, with our schedule, we cherish the time we have together, and it's kind of like the only time we have to go take care of our things like groceries or life things, you know, cleaning the apartment, our responsibilities. And so when we get all that stuff done, the time we have together, we like to chill and not we haven't done anything yet, but yeah, that's in the future, don't worry. There's been some thought to that. So yes, I have thought about that, adding my wife to the show. The third question is, what do you think I'll be doing in 10 years? 10 years, who knows what I'll be doing in 10 years, or sorry, do I think I'll be doing this in 10 years? Not what I'll be doing in 10 years. Do I think I'll be doing this in 10 years? That's kind of crazy to think of, I guess. Who knows? That would be fun. I would like to still be doing what I like to do. So if this is something that I still like to do in 10 years, then yeah, then I think I'll still be doing it. And the final question was, what would you do with your collection if you decide you're done collecting? If I decide I'm done collecting and that the cartridges have no meaning to me, that hasn't happened yet. They have meaning to me. But if that ever happens, then you know, I wouldn't be against just emulating then if I just wanted to play them, and if the physical thing didn't mean anything to me, then I would just sell. I would sell my stuff, yeah. I kind of do view video game hunting and video game collecting, like when you get deals and stuff, it is sort of like an investment, because you kind of, if you spot a deal on something, you're like, oh, maybe if I wanted to sell that, you could sell it for more. You kind of, that sways your buying habit sometimes. So if I was done collecting, then for sure I would be selling off stuff. So yeah, selling off stuff that I couldn't emulate, that's for sure. Good questions. Thank you for the clip there, Q-Dogs. Mighty Q-Dawg and Mrs. Q-Dawg. You guys rock. Check their channel out. They are an awesome couple. Okay, here's another big one. Ooh, it's another video clip. We're on a video clip roll. We're going to Duke from Retro Nonsense.
Hey JRock, sorry for the strange setting here, but I really wanted to submit a video to congratulate you on your 50th episode. That's quite a work ethic you have there, and we all benefit because we are ensured that every Monday we get to peer into the world of JRock, which is a very entertaining and fun world to peer into. So you're an outstanding member of the community. We all appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be the same without you. And here's to at least 50 more. You're doing a great job. You have an outstanding series, and I can't say enough nice things about you. So I guess if I have a question for you, it would be, do any of those animals you have running around ever get tangled up in all that hair? I would imagine it's inevitable. You got a lot of animals and a whole lot of hair, so just wondering about that. So anyway, we really, again, love the video series, and keep on rocking them games.
Whoa, looks like Duke spotted something there in the woods. I hope he's okay. Hope he didn't get confronted by sand squanch or anything, or who knows what else could be running through those woods. But yes, Duke, actually, my pets have gotten tangled in my hair. The snake especially. I believe there's video footage of this in one of my past episodes. I tried to find it to run the clip, but I couldn't find it via thumbnail. There's a few thumbnails where I have my snake. But yeah, he's gotten into my hair, of course, and I've had to have my wife get him out. And also when we have our rats out, they like to be on shoulders, right? I don't really like them on my shoulders because sometimes they like start to mess with my hair, and so I have to get my wife to grab them. So yeah, pets get tangled in hair. Tybalt doesn't, because he's a big guy, so he wouldn't get tangled in my hair. He's too big. But thanks for the video clip there, Duke. Video question. You rock, buddy. Check out Duke and his family on Retro Nonsense. I hope to see a Retro Nonsense video soon. Feels like it's been too long. Next question. Are we almost done? This is a big, long episode, or possibly in parts. I haven't decided yet. Oh, it's another video clip. Another video clip. We are on a roll. This is a video clip from my friend Oscar.
Okay, JRock, this is for your Q&A. We all know that you love collecting for the NES, so what's your second favorite console to collect for?
Well, Oscar, I don't know why you didn't ask me in real life, buddy. That's a little weird. Why didn't you just ask me in real life? We see each other all the time. No, actually, I bothered Oscar to ask a question to send a video clip because I wanted to put him in the video. You may have seen him before in Matt Fox collection videos. We hung out and talked, and he was in my Waterloo video too. He gave me a lift there, so there was some video footage of Oscar there. But he asked, of course, other than the NES, what's my favorite system to collect for? And if you look at the numbers, obviously it's PS2. I got almost 200 PS2 games. I think I'm around 150 or so. But yeah, I love the PS2. There's a lot of good games on it, a lot of bad games too. But it's a good system to collect for. There's a lot of gems on it, and it's kind of affordable. You can find deals on them. So yeah, PS2 definitely. Thanks for the video clip, Oscar, and I hope to see you soon. Next question. Oh, that's right. We're not done yet, folks. Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of viewer Q&A. In the meantime, keep on rocking them games. Thanks for watching part 2 of episode 50 of Between a Rock and a Hard Place. If you missed last week's video, click the link at the top left to go check that out. And if you missed the first part of the viewer Q&A, you can get that by clicking the window on the right there. And a special thanks to the NESROMANCER for the rockin' tunage in these episodes. Stay tuned for the viewer Q&A conclusion coming this week.
Run for your life! I'll cover you!